Boom! What up, y'all? Jake here with On The Hunt. And this one, we got my dude Heath, the ref. Heath, thanks for the opportunity. This was sick. You guys have seen Heath around. He has officiated some of the top matches across the world from ADCC, PGF, and many more organizations. Heath is the ultimate trifecta. He's a coach, athlete, and referee. Very unique perspective. It was cool to interview him and train with him. I've trained with Heath a few times now, and he's awesome. Heath is currently on his tour for his camps. He's coaching a ton of kids to really get them up to ADCC and other tournaments. It is truly humbling to see an 8-year-old do the type of moves and break down systems when I struggle with a head and arm choke sometimes. So let's get to know Heath some more in this episode, and let's fucking get it.
Yeah, I'm Heath the ref. Heath Massery. I ref as a profession. I teach jiu-jitsu, coach camps. I'm working on some instructionals and all kinds of stuff. But I refereed for ADCC for like 3 years. Decided to switch to a coaching role, and I'm also the editor-in-chief for the rulebook of PGF, so all the words that are on the page for that rulebook came from my fingertips. Those are the main things that I do. I travel a lot to teach seminars and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I started jiu-jitsu at UT, my university. I was in between hobbies. Like I've always kind of hopped between hobbies, do something for a year, do something for a year, do something for a year. And I walked past the jiu-jitsu judo booth at UT. They were canvassing on like the main strip. And I talked to them and I was like, hey, that's cool, I'll try it. So I tried it and I liked it and I've stuck with it the longest out of any of my other hobbies. So I've been doing jiu-jitsu for probably like 7, 8 years, something like that. So yeah, so I have a gym that I train at when I'm back home, but I'm almost never home, so I'm almost never there. Like I'm gone from it more than I'm there. I probably teach more seminars than I train at my gym, but when I am home, I train at Kingsway.
Would you say you actually have like a higher learning curve as you're teaching? Like there's this old saying that like when you teach, you actually learn in a much more, way.
No, I definitely, like if I'm thinking about something new that I want to learn or teach or whatever, or maybe there's like an aspect of the game that I think needs to be expanded upon, then I'll do a bunch of research and then I'll sit down and think about it, and then I'll teach a couple classes about it, and then I'll go do that thing, and I kind of mix it all up like that, and that gives you a really complete understanding in a way that you can explain it at a really high level. Dean recently said, I hate rolling with you because you always just let me do whatever I want to you, and then you know exactly how to counter it. And so I've spent a lot of time recently learning how to escape fully extended arm bars, fully locked back triangles, like fully locked anaconda, fully locked arse, like all of these positions that like a lot of people think like, oh, you lock it up, you're done. I try to spend as much time in those positions as possible. Yeah.
Rolling with Heath is very weird. He'll let you get to a position and then you come to find out that...
But then you can't do anything.
It was over.
Yeah, and then it's funny too because like it's super disheartening when you get somebody's arm fully extended and then you just can't finish it. Yeah.
I've been seeing that more in the high level patches, especially arm bars, like fully extending, and people are just getting out of it.
Yeah, people are developing really high level armbar defense. Thousands for sure, yeah. I counted one time, I've done like 30 ADCC opens. I've also done some trials and worlds and all that stuff. And every open is like 100 matches. So that's already 3,000 matches, and that's not even including like all the other stuff that I've done too. So yeah, I lost count. So
like early on,
I mean, so here's the thing is like a lot of matches you can straight away, right? So like your guy comes out, you're like, oh, this guy's gonna wreck this other guy. But sometimes somebody's like just dominating the hand fight, and normally you would think like, okay, that guy's definitely gonna win the match. But then like the other guy has really good defense. And so like the first guy is able to really get in super deep on an attack or whatever, but the other guy has such good defense that it doesn't really matter. And now he's able to, defend, and then oftentimes like somebody will be totally dominant and they're in mount with 10 seconds left, and then they get kipped off and they kip them off and then ankle lock them or whatever, right? And there's like 10 seconds left. Or like a super famous example is Jaden Groner versus Nathan Haddad from ADCC West Coast Trials, where Jaden was totally dominating Nathan, took his back, scored like, I think 9 points or 6 points or something. Nathan escaped and he wins. He's like going crazy on the guard pass and there's only 15 seconds left. So Jaden makes a tactical error when he tries to retain guard and he ends up giving up an arm bar and he gets submitted with literally 1 second left on the clock.
Way.
Yeah.
You're probably,
Yeah, so like that, those kinds of, it can always be like that, like something crazy happens, and it could be like something crazy happens, the guy's tired and the points are scored or whatever. Or like if somebody's really smart, they may have like a style that they do all the time and then they fight somebody else and they do some research and they change their tactic completely. Probably the most chaotic match I ever did was CJ Murdoch versus Joshua Lorton, and it was so crazy that I like crashed into the TV, crashed the stream, like broke the TV. Yeah. When you first start out, say you're advanced, but you're still like pretty low level advanced, oftentimes those matches are decided by who makes the first mistake. So it could be that somebody retains guard in a way that's dumb and gets their arm caught, or it could be that they turtle it when they don't need to, or they give up points or they don't score points or whatever. Like, so oftentimes it's all about mistakes. And then when you get to a certain level, it's like people aren't really making mistakes that much. But you would be surprised that like in ADCC finals, people still make mistakes when it comes to like points and tactics and stuff. Then once you get to a high enough level, then people aren't making mistakes that much anymore and you have to force their mistakes. There's the idea from tennis of forced errors and unforced errors. If you're going against somebody good, they're gonna be able to force errors on you and you have to be able to recover. So this goes back to defense. So like Giancarlo and Lucas Barbosa is a good example. Giancarlo ended up, I think he got taken down, he got his guard pass, he got put in an arm triangle in the finals of ADCC, and he was able to escape the arm triangle, and as soon as he escaped the arm triangle, he was back on the attack. And the thing is, like when you do that kind of thing, it's so debilitating to your morale that like you're like, oh man, I had this guy in a submission, now I'm losing it. So I think that everybody needs to be watching more high-level kids jiu-jitsu. The thing is that they don't go out and try to like stall or whatever, and they're very technically advanced. I've stolen a lot of moves from kids. Just watching kids jiu-jitsu, like they do creative stuff, like, okay, how did they do that? I have no clue. Now we look at it, oh, well, that's actually a real move. And that kid just came up with it on the spot. My favorite athlete, I mean, I like to study different athletes for different things. Sure. Dorian is really good to study for like guard passing, wrestling and stuff, right? I really like Michael Saint's run at both of his trials. He had some really good moments that were fun to watch. Jet is obviously very good. I kind of like to see people who know how to mix up like some dynamic stuff with some more controlling stuff. And I think that a lot of those guys do those kinds of things. Yeah, I mean, nobody knows the rules. They all don't know the rules. Even the highest level coaches don't know the rules. Nobody knows the rules. It's just a fact. It's not even an opinion. It's not a hot take. It's you have to learn the rules. You want to do jiu-jitsu, you want to do a sport, you have to know the rules. And obviously I'm biased, right? Because I'm the ref. Like if you don't know about some of the basic stuff like in ADCC, turtle to prevent points, and then put your back on the mat and there's no points. Like if you don't know that basic stuff, bro, you're gonna get cooked by like some people who are way worse than you but know the rules. So that's my hot take. You guys don't know the rules. Even the top coaches don't know the rules. Okay, my favorite submission is Tarico Plata, and I'll explain.
Bro, come on.
I'll explain, okay? So here's why. Tarico Plata, really cool move, really flashy. Mechanically very strong. You're using their legs to apply Kimura pressure. So it's super strong, right? Instead of just ripping Kimura with your arm, you're ripping Kimura with your legs. But here's the real reason why it's my favorite submission. It's because everybody thinks like if you have a fully locked Tarico Plata, there's no escape, match is over. But in reality, Tarico Plata is a fake move, and it is, if somebody knows how to defend it, it's literally impossible to finish it. My favorite submission is Tarico Plata because of that. You think that it's really good, and then you go watch my instructional on Tarico Plata defense, which is free on YouTube. Like I've been put in Tarico Platas by the best people in the world, like ADCC medalists, IBJJF champions, and not a single person can finish it because it's a fake move.
That's funny. It's your favorite sub, it's a fake move.
It's my favorite sub because it's cool, has a cool name, has a cool idea and stuff, but ultimately it doesn't work. My favorite food, I really like Turkish food. Some nice doner. You should let yourself recover from injuries, because if you want to do jiu-jitsu for a long time, like I know that you want to do a ton of jiu-jitsu in the beginning, you're gonna, harm yourself in the long run. So every time you get injured, take a week off and come back, and then you can use that time to study. You still got the itch to go or whatever, go to class, watch class, think about like coaching, watch instructionals, whatever. So I'm in Florida right now for a summer camp. We're doing ADCC strategies and tactics. I'm gonna be headed to the Miami Open, and then after the Miami Open, I've got one more camp going in Austin. It's minutes before ADCC Youth Worlds. It's going to be August 3rd to 6th. I'm dropping an instructional on BJJ Fanatics at the end of the summer. I also have a online coaching program. So if you guys can't make a camp, but you want to know how to win ADCC, I've been working with some kids for only like 3 months now, and they went from not medaling and losing to like the same kids consistently. First month I work with them, beating Youth Worlds invitees and Youth Worlds medalists and double silver. And then the second month, double gold. And now we're only on the third month. It's only gonna get better. So if you travel and your coach doesn't travel with you, like you want your kid to do all these ADCC Opens, I'm already be there. So you just contact me, we hook it up, your kid wins.
Awesome. Straight up. All right, Heath, well, thank you,
Yeah.
brother. I appreciate it a lot.